Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy powrót na Małpią Wyspę. Moi drodzy, spójrzmy na nasze zadanka, co musimy wykonać. Porozmawiaj z piracką starszyzną, aby zdobyć pieniądze. Zdobądź lub znajdź statek. Odkryj tajemnicę Wyspy Małp i przeżyj ponownie dni chwały. No dobra. Przed chwileczką byliśmy też w więzieniu i wiemy, że są tam nasi dwaj starzy przyjaciele. Dla jednego musimy zdobyć drewniany kluczyk, żeby uwolnić go z celi, a drugi chciał... już nie pamiętam co. W każdym bądź razie odwiedźmy ślusarza.
Welcome to my shop.
Hi there. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes they did, yes it was, and they really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Czy naprawdę można zrobić klucze do rzeczy? To wygląda na magiczną sztuczkę.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just information.
Wydaje się niemożliwym zrobienie klucza tylko z numeru seryjnego.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Czy zamki nie są mniej bezpieczne, jeśli wystarczy numer, by zdobyć nowy klucz?
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
No dobra, to w jaki sposób zdobędziemy numer seryjny klucza, który jest potrzebny do otwarcia celi? Co się stanie, jeśli zgubisz klucz i numer seryjny w tym samym czasie?
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Czyli obstawiam, że będziemy musieli cofnąć się do celi, zobaczyć jaki jest numer seryjny i dopiero wtedy będziemy mogli tutaj wrócić, żeby zrobiła dla nas klucz. Co mnie powstrzymuje przed odczytaniem numeru seryjnego na czyimś zamku i zrobieniem klucza?
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Okej, czyli to wiele wyjaśnia. Czy mogę pożyczyć twoje narzędzie do odczytu numeru seryjnego zamka?
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Opowiedz mi jeszcze raz o tym, jak robić klucze, to ekscytujące.
Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock, I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
Czyli będziemy potrzebowali jakiejś lupy. Kim jest ta starsza pani w oknie po drugiej stronie drogi?
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
Jak dobrze znasz Whitey Bones?
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
Jestem w trakcie poszukiwania tajemnicy Wyspy Małp.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key, one that opens all locks at once.
Wydaje się to niezwykle przydatne.
That seems enormously useful.
Maybe. Depends on if you can close them again.
Chcesz dołączyć do pirackiej załogi?
How would you like to join a pirate crew?
Would I have to leave my shop?
Well, yes, that's the general idea. The crew actually get on the ship and, crew it.
Thanks. I'll pass. Try down at the docks. There's always somebody hiring somebody down there.
Chyba się trochę rozejrzę.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
No dobra, czy my coś będziemy mogli stąd wziąć? Czy krakersy są darmowe?
Are these for customers?
Not technically, but please, help yourself. That charming old guy who mans the lookout keeps bringing them for the parrot.
Thanks. I'll just take a few.
No wiedziałem, że weźmiemy wszystkie. To w stylu Guybrusha.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Jestem ciekaw, czy pokusi się na krakersa.
It already looks well fed.
Okej.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
Okej.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun,
That's an impressive machine.
yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
Co to jest?
What is that? It's definitely not a key. Or a lock.
It's a fishing lure, of course.
Of course.
Wygląda troszeczkę jak lotka.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
Czy ja będę mógł zabrać na przykład elegancką książkę?
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Tu jest wszystko twojej matki.
What's this lock?
That's for hats.
What's that lock?
It's meant for bachelors to secure their apartments.
No dobra.
What's that key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
What's that key?
That one is only for going in, never for coming out.
Dobra, wyjdźmy na zewnątrz, chodźmy do celi, bo raczej niczego tutaj nie zdziałamy, dopóki nie zdobędziemy numeru seryjnego.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid! Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here!
I'll make it my number 3 priority. I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
Czy ja mam coś w ekwipunku, co bym mógł tu użyć? No w sumie nie. Nie mam żadnej lupy i tak dalej, i tak dalej.
Hey, Stan!
Hello there, son!
Jesteś pewien, że nie chcesz, żebym cię wyciągnął? Okej, brak nowych opcji dialogowych.
See you later.
Yep,
Czyli musimy się po prostu rozejrzeć po tej wyspie.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
they finally installed running water.
Posiadłość gubernator.
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed up hack.
Jestem gotowy skosztować wszystkiego prócz twojej kuchni.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
Nigdy nie powinnaś rezygnować z bycia fachmistrzynią.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is. But there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine sobie z tym poradzi, nie potrzebuje mnie.
Elaine can handle it. She doesn't need me.
I don't doubt that. But it isn't about what she does or doesn't need. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
Szukam tajemnicy Wyspy Małp.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Będę potrzebował załogi. Zainteresowana?
I'll be needing a crew. You interested?
Ha! I'd rather swallow a live badger than crew with you again. No offense intended.
So, unlikely but still possible?
No. You want a crew, go down to the docks and hire one.
Czy istnieje program rządowy, który finansuje wyprawy w celu odnalezienia tajemnicy Wyspy Małp?
Is there a government program that funds expeditions to find secrets of Monkey Island?
Oh, gosh. You're too late for that one. We canceled it last year and diverted the funds to build a habitat for the rare Caribbean whining leech.
Darn.
There's a ship at the docks that's headed for Monkey Island.
I think you're talking about LeChuck's ship.
Do you want to go to Monkey Island or don't you?
Elaine mówi, że kapitan Madison szkodzi jej projektowi walk ze szkorbutem.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that So-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
Rezydencja zbytnio się nie zmieniła.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
No dobra. Podnieś kartę z ciekawostkami. On le ship who is... O, dobra, mamy po angielsku. Wiszący Bob. Iron Rose. Z tego co pamiętam, to właśnie książka z ciekawostkami nie jest do końca przetłumaczona. Tak więc prawdopodobnie będę tutaj popełniał błędy. No właśnie, ale jakoś szczególnie mnie to nie interesuje. Stuknij butelkę.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
Myślałem, że dostanę jakiegoś achievementa za pukanie w butelkę.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. Edgy. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
Czy mnie jakieś książki interesują?
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
Sztuczki voodoo.
Warning, do not try these tricks at home. It's thicker than I would have imagined. Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. I like your stuffed, I guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
Wzięliśmy truchło zwierzęcia, tak? Ściśnij wypchane zwierzę.
It's soft and extra fuzzy. It's soft and extra fuzzy.
Myślałem, że coś w środku będzie.
It's a lot of work being governor. It's a lot of work being governor. I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Brak nowych opcji dialogowych.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal. Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melée Island. His overly strict morals and overly lax regulatory policies helped make the island what it is today.
Dobra, wydaje mi się, że na tą chwilę w tym miejscu zbadaliśmy sobie wszystko. Punkt obserwacyjny, ulica Dolna, statek LeChucka, posiadłość gubernator. Możemy udać się do lasu. Albo do stoczni.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
A jak nie będę korzystał z mapy, to co, zgubię się? Idź tędy, bądź tędy. No mamy tutaj dużo rozwidleń, tak?
I'm hopelessly lost without a map. I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Ale wydaje mi się, że bez mapy, obojętnie gdzie bym nie poszedł, to i tak się zgubię.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Museum of Pirate Lore.
Muzeum Piractwa.
At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Czyli wejść do środka się nie da, ponieważ w tej chwili jest zamknięte. A szkoda. No w dalszym ciągu potrzebuję coś, co mi posłuży za lupę. i potrzebuje coś, żeby uwolnić Stana.
Wow, it's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships.
No może coś uda nam się tutaj załatwić.
I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival.
Nie mogę umieścić tutaj psa. No właśnie, bo my mamy jeszcze krakersy.
Looks like the only available ship on the island right now is LeChuck's. It's a dried up old sea sponge. It's bone dry. I guess Stan hasn't washed a ship in a while.
Gąbka trafiła do mojego ekwipunku.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. It's good for relieving stress. Looks like the only available ship on the island right now is LeChuck's.
I to wszystko? Nic więcej tutaj nie ma? Szkoda.
This used to be such a bright, cheery place. The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short of swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Absolutnie, chciałbym być chłopcem okrętowym.
Absolutely. I'd love to be a swabby. Swabbing is one of my favorite things in the whole world. The restful, mindless repetition, the delicate scent of old soapy water, the proud satisfaction of a sparkling plank.
Okay. Save the strokes for the decks. The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Guybrush Threepwood, Smith, John Smith, Andrzej LeChuck, bratanek.
Andrew LeChuck, nephew.
Oh, ballsy play, Andrew. LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry, can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
Ale widzę, że jedno zadanko zostało odznaczone. Dołącz do załogi LeChucka. Rozwiąż problem. Kwatermistrzyni mnie rozpoznaje i nie chce zatrudnić. Zdobądź mopa. Przejmij statek LeChucka przy najbliższej okazji. No dobra. Czyli muszę zdobyć mopa, żeby dostać się na górę.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here. I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4. Looks like this is going to be a long journey.
Ale nic, co bym mógł zabrać do ekwipunku. Dobra. Gdzie bym mógł zdobyć mopa? No w jakiejś kuchni. Albo w jakimś pomieszczeniu gospodarczym.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
A, widzę, że Voodoo sobie z kimś ucina pogawędkę.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
It'll turn out to be a t-shirt or something.
Przywitaj się z Cobbem.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Miejsce wydaje się inne niż to, które pamiętam.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
Zamierzam odkryć tajemnicę Wyspy Małp. Chcesz iść ze mną?
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Opowiedz mi o Loom.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Dlaczego więc nie usuniesz odznaki Zapytaj mnie o Loom?
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
O, no weź, opowiedz mi o Loom, przez wygląd na stare czasy.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Powiedz to.
Say it.
No.
Powiedz to.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes.
Now get lost.
O, dostałem achievementa. Miło się z tobą rozmawiało.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
Good for you.
It's those three clowns at the back table.
Czy ja chcę rozmawiać z powrotem ze starszyzną? Oni mnie zbyli w ostatnim czasie.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
Ukończyłem 3 próby.
I completed the 3 trials.
Trials?
It's how they used to make their bones in the old days.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh. Are you sure I can't persuade you to back...
Yes.
Czyli to wszystko, tak?
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe. How have you been?
W porządku.
Fine.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
Nic jej nie jest, wciąż w jednym kawałku.
She's good. No pieces missing.
Kids yet?
Whoa, easy there, Tiger. I'm still in my juvenile phase myself. That's what Elaine says anyway.
Well, tell her I say hello.
Ale zobaczcie, co my tutaj widzimy. Mamy mopa. Wiesz, gdzie mogę kupić mopa?
Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool. and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
Pewnie w tym celu będziemy musieli się udać do lasu, ale znając Guybrusha Threepwood i jego pomysły, to najlepiej by było zapierdzielić tego mopa. A to niech kucharz się martwi, żeby zrobić sobie nowego mopa. Jak znaleźć drzewo kija na mopa?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
Przypomnij mi, jak znaleźć drzewo kija na mopa. Z jakiego drewna jest to drzewo?
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
A co z końcówką mopa?
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Dobra, końcówkę pewnie zrobimy z tego psa. Jesteś pewien, że nie mogę po prostu kupić mopa?
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
Stay away from my mop.
No nie da się go ukraść.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
Ale zobaczcie, jakie mamy tutaj larwy.
Active little guys, aren't they? Looks like a mugshot. It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. And you have a packet of stick-on stars. The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday.
Możemy jeszcze raz porozmawiać o mopach, atmosfera w barze jest inna niż kiedyś.
The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey!
Ta nowa piracka starszyzna wygląda na prawdziwych durniów.
Those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
Czy wspominałem, że zamierzam odkryć tajemnicę Wyspy Małp?
Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No, I don't think you did. Well, that's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm going to steal LeChuck's.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Chyba słyszę inspektora sanitarnego.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old.
No, gdyby tutaj sanepid wjechał, to byłoby grubo.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
Chociażby patrząc na te larwy, na to zepsute jedzenie, na warunki, w jakich ten kucharz pracuje.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. The plaque says, in memory of looming I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
Wzięliśmy sznur.
It's hopeless.
Może za pomocą tego sznura uda się zrobić resztę mopa. No dobra, czyli wychodzi na to, że po raz kolejny będziemy musieli cofnąć się do lasu.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melée. It doesn't look finished.
Chyba że pani Wudo będzie miała jakiś pomysł?
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Hey, Wally!
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
Nie masz przypadkiem mapy do tajemnicy Wyspy Małp?
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
Szukam drzewa, z którego można zrobić głupiego mopa.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Powiedz mi jeszcze raz, czego potrzebuję, żeby zrobić mi mapę do drzewa mopa.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Masz tutaj dużo map.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. Haha, a little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was.
Jakoś mnie to nie rozbawiło. Wygląda na to, że sklep po drugiej stronie drogi ma kłopoty.
Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
Miasteczko wydaje się być dość zaniedbane.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melée her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
Bye.
Te rzeczy kartograficzne Wallego. Och, pudełko monokli.
They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
Udało nam się zabrać monokl. Mam nadzieję, że dzięki temu uda nam się odczytać numery seryjne na zamku. Tymczasem na statku LeChucka.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done! Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed! Wait! Let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Stary sklep wielobranżowy i tak do środka nie wejdziemy.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine. and she showed...
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid! How's your day going?
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
No i świetnie, mamy numer seryjny.
Welcome back.
Hiya. Hello again.
Opowiedz mi jeszcze raz o tym, jak robić klucze, to ekscytujące.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
Dobra, mamy kluczyk. A skoro mamy kluczyk, to uda się uwolnić
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
Otisa. Mam przynajmniej taką nadzieję.
You look like you're having a good time. That's nice.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case.
Dobra, wiecie co? Wydaje mi się, że to było jako takie zadanie dodatkowe. Dołącz do załogi LeChucka. Zrób mopa. Znajdź drzewo kija do mopa. Chodźmy zatem do lasu.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They say the only...
Musimy się tam rozejrzeć. Problem jest taki, że my nawet nie wiemy, jakiego drzewa szukamy. Ale potrzebujemy drewna, żeby zrobić mapę do mopa.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
No właśnie, problem jest taki, że my tak naprawdę nic tutaj nie możemy znaleźć. Cały czas cofamy się do punktu wejścia.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melée Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melée Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
No kilka pytań na pewno mamy. Jestem Guybrush Threepwood.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
Odnajdę legendarną tajemnicę Wyspy Małp.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Twoje muzeum jest osobliwe.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Czy któraś z tych rzeczy jest wartościowa?
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Czy macie tu mapę lasu?
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Widzę, że nosisz drewnianą nogę, mimo że masz obie nogi.
I'd see you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché.
W sumie to taka drewniana noga by mi się przydała.
I'll have a look around.
Please do.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found, tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on, though, and nothing happened.
The display case is locked.
Będziemy potrzebowali klucza.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melée jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
Dobra, widać, że kustosz w ogóle nie zna historii Guybrush'a Threepwood.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number 1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
A my mamy krakersiki. Niech je.
What was this cinder you got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me.
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town, but I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Okej. Nie nadaje się do muzeum.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
No okej. Zażartuj z haka.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melée.
Opuść muzeum. Jeszcze zobaczymy, co kryje się po prawej stronie. A, wejdź na magazyn.
It's locked. It's locked.
Czyli nic stąd zabrać nie możemy, a szkoda. I też nie wiem, w jaki sposób podziwiaj dużą dziecięcą skrzynię.
I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now.
Też nie wiem, w jaki sposób zdobyć kawałek drewna. Rozwiąż problem. Kwatermistrzyni mnie rozpoznaje i nie chce zatrudnić. Zrób mopa, znajdź drzewo kija do mopa. Może faktycznie powinniśmy znaleźć jakąś mapę do drzewa, a nie wiem, nieważne. Słuchajcie, moi drodzy, w tym miejscu kończymy ten odcineczek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobał. Troszeczkę pociągnęliśmy fabułę do przodu, aczkolwiek jeszcze nie za dużo. Dzięki wielkie, trzymajcie się, hej!